guys, this is Annette with Annette's Astrology Corner, and this is your daily horoscope and energy reading for August 31st, and I still have a cold. I'm going to have a cold throughout this whole week, so you're going to hear me stiff. I'm brewing tea, so if you hear it in the background, I may have to bolt for a second because I need something warm. I have all the windows open in my apartment, and it is so, like, we had this, like, amazing wind. Well, yesterday we had a windstorm, and then today we have, like, a gorgeous, like, dark Washingtonian day. You know that you are somebody from the Midwest, from the West Coast, when you actually miss the rain if you haven't had it for a while. And I haven't had, a really just cold and like northwest type weekend here in a while. And it did force me to do all of these inside, which is actually pretty good since I'm sick. But I'm gonna get through this. Anyhow, you know what I want? Oh, homemade chicken noodle soup. I am the best cook. Like, of course, because I'm a Cancer, and that's what they like to do. They love to cook for their family. So I love to cook. And my son has my car, so I can't go make my chicken noodle soup. He's like, Mom, I don't want to take your car. And I'm like, no, take it, honey. It's okay. I'm not going to go anywhere. I'm sick. And then he's like, no, Mom. And then I'm like, what I wouldn't give for my car. Anyhow, you guys can bring me some chicken noodle soup if you don't mind, because I could use some, and I want it homemade. I don't like it in a can, like that progressive. I think the what I like the most is the progressive, but neither here nor there. So let's actually get to the forecast, because that's what you guys actually tune in for, not my freaking personal life. So when I'm sick, I'm diabetic. I have to, my eyes blur more, and as I've gotten older, it's one of those glorious things about being past 40, that you just have old eyes. And I used to have better than perfect vision until about last year, and now all of a sudden my eyes are like, yeah, not gonna work for you when you need them. So I'm gonna have to wear glasses. Super sorry, because you guys all love to look in these little doe-like eyes, right? Anyhow. So today is day one of your mental diet that we're going to go on together. I think it's a great idea. Look, I'm all about positive reinforcement and finding the highest vibration energy. And what better way than to put your mind on a diet? And this really supports all this Virgo energy to your Sun and Jupiter. So I'm hoping that this expands some really good thought processes and expands some really some awareness of where you guys actually put your mental faculties. Hold on, I gotta go grab tea. Okay. I'm into this lemon ginger because lemon's really good for you, and ginger's really great for you when you're losing your voice. As my son says, who's a little performer, he loves the lemon. So, day one of mental diet. So, here's the coolest thing about what I'm going to say today, and I'm pretty jazzed, and as sick as I am, if you know that if I'm this revved up about energy, you know there's some good tasty energy to be had on Monday. And yes, there is energy that is unpleasant, but I think the good outweighs the bad. And as long as I can see that the good outweighs the bad, then that means to me it's a good day, right? I mean, I am absolutely a half full type of a person. So today Venus, excuse me, sorry. Today, Venus in Leo is going to be conjunct in the same exact degree as Mars in Leo. They're both in 14 degrees. So it happens at about 11, from about 11 to like, I don't know, what did I say? It's from about 2 p.m. to about 1 a.m., kind of roughly in that. This is all Pacific time, of course, because I'm Pacific time. But, oh, God, I somehow when I want something, my brain manifests smells, and I just smelled chicken noodle soup, so it's gonna happen. I will. Oh yes, it will be mine. But so they're both in conjunct. What does this mean when energies are conjunct? You hear me talk a lot about conjunct energy, and so I probably don't talk enough about what I mean by those words of conjunct. Please stop itching. He's got allergies too. He gets allergic to fleas, and he's time for his flea treatment. And when I took him out hiking, he got a little hot spot from the fleas that were out there. So I know I don't have fleas. I don't have a single flea. It's just he gets bit once and then he itches for like ever afterwards from his little allergy. God, I keep sidetracking myself because of, I think it's the medication. I bought a lot of cold medication. So we have Venus and Mars conjunct. Venus is in retrograde in Leo still. And it is conjunct, ooh, that warm water feels great. It is conjunct with Mars, the planet of passion. The planet, it's the doing planet. It's getting it done. So if I were going to time talking to somebody from my past, it would be right about now. If there is somebody that you have been thinking about, an old love, a lost love, a past love, wow, energy is so on fire to talk to that person. It's so supported. There's so much love in today. This is all about your heart. It's all about your passion. It's all about creativity. It's all about just filling you up where it counts in the deepest crevices of your heart. And you, as if when you guys fall in love, you know that feeling that you get when you fall in love and it's just, you can't stop thinking about it. It's like you got a little skip in your giddy up, you know, you're all super, you're on cloud nine. And that's kind of going to be the way that you can get to today if you work on things that are heart-based, if you work on things that have to do with creativity and love affairs, romance, fun, taking risks, music, dance, theater, all of these things are just creative writing absolutely is going to be on fire today. So anything, you guys, that gets you to the point where, and it could be why I'm so giddy and so just happy because there's all this Leo lovely energy going on. It is just really, it excites me. You know, I never say go back into the past, but when energy is pointing, if you are one of those people that have been having a need to get in touch with somebody, or you've been having visions about somebody, or you've been dreaming, maybe you were dreaming on this full moon about a person that you love from your past. And this was somebody that it may have not ended well, but it doesn't matter because we're talking about restoring our past and regenerating from our past and overcoming our past. So there's so much energy in overcoming a past issue. This is a good day to do all of it. Highly supported. Highly. Creative endeavors. Pull the creative endeavors out of the closet. Pull them out from under the bed. Go buy art supplies and just sit there in front of the canvas and just take a look at it and just get that feeling back, that creative feeling back, that passion, plugging you back into the things that do it for you. For me, it's my channel, and it allows me to create pictures, and it allows me to create fonts, and it really just evokes a lot of creativity and wanting to. Today we have some oppositions. I do want to talk about them because I don't mind opposition. Opposition to me is energies that are here that just want to be here. So we're taking two energies. Francis, stop itching. I'm going to give you a Benadryl. We're going to be both drugged. So you're talking about two opposite energies that are opposing that need to sit down and have a conversation and meet in the middle and compromise, which is not my most favorite thing to do, but it can be done, and I'm getting much better at it with all of this Libran energy that's been flowing through the universe. So we have the North Node in Libra and Mercury in Libra, both opposing the Moon and the South Node. So let's talk about that. This is balance, doing what's best for others in all partnerships, compromise, seeing both sides, weighing both sides out, right? Hey, baby. Hi, handsome. Oh, you man stat. Look, I did keep his Leo cut. Look at him. Isn't he fracking cute? He's my love muffin. And it's Aries-based energy. It's impatient. It's once it needs immediate gratification. It's aggressive. You know, it's assertive. It's ego-oriented. It's individualized, right? This is individual energy versus pairing energy. So we've got to find a way that we can work with energy that sustains our ego and sustains our needs, wants, and our desire to have them right now, right? And it's also, let's consider your partner equal to your own identity, right? So we have this opposition today, but I love this. You want to know why? It's because if you're thinking about if you're thinking about having a partner come back from your past, or talking about a past issue, or even embarking on the fact that you really are festering about this lost love, this person from your past, this romantic endeavor, this past affair that you had forever ago with this person that you just can't get out of your mind, today is a day to set aside ego to a certain degree. Yes, get what you want, possibly. Go after that person, have enough assertion to get what you want from that person, but it also, you know, you're going to do this in a very ego-oriented way, but a balanced way in the same sense. Like, you're going to weigh these issues out if you utilize this energy to its maximum potential. It's a very good energy. We also have the Moon in Aries and Uranus in Aries squaring off with Pluto and Capricorn. So I want to talk about this because, yes, there are two ways this day can go. For some of you who are caught up in all this ego dying and caught up in all the trauma of where we're losing our ego, re-identifying our ego, we're having reality checks, where the rose-colored glasses are all coming off. You guys get some of the lower energy, and that's okay, because that's what's called, you're just going through an awakening, and that's it. It's just the lights are coming on. Okay, so I'm here for you, dear, for those people who the lights are all coming on. It is difficult. It is transitional energy. It is not where you're going to stay. So we're going to go through this together. For those of you that went through your awakening and the lights are already on, and you really, you know, everything is illuminated in this full moon that was 3 times stronger, made you 3 times more centered and powerful. The emotional shackles just popped off, and you're free, and you're feeling a sense of, wow, the world is my oyster. You guys are going to be experiencing that trine and that opposition and some of this gorgeous sextile energy that's going on. For those of you that are caught in the lower vibrations, then you're going to have a power struggle with fear. You're going to have a power struggle with, you're going to want some immediate gratification. You're going to want an immediate payoff for all of the work that you're doing. Say you're trying and maybe the light went on, and so you're like, okay, I did this thing good and this thing good, and you know what, there's no freaking payoff right now. I want immediate satisfaction, and people aren't seeing it, and you're going to become very ego-based, and you're going to become very you're going to lash out emotionally, you're going to be impatient, you're going to have you're going to be it's almost like you're going to be highly reactive and almost volatile to the fact that people aren't giving you the pats on the back that you need for some of the work that you're doing. And you're going to want to seek a lot of attention. And even if you get the negative attention, if you fire up a fight, then that it means that you get some sort of reaction from people, which is what you're focusing on. I think that could be very expected in today. There is definitely energies going to go there. If that's the case, then I say that this has something for those people. I think that then it's going to have to do with past relationships, past creative endeavors. Say you are putting yourself out there and you are dusting off all this creative energy, and you have been this entire Venus transit in retrograde, but you're not getting the immediate gratification for your endeavors, meaning, you're putting out your album or you're putting out your art and nobody's looking at it, and your ego's dying, and you put yourself out there and you just want some immediate gratification for it. You are going to fall into this Venus in Leo and Mars in Leo. They're in conjunct together, both in quincunx with Pluto in Capricorn. I don't want you guys to lose the battle that's going on inside of here, in your heart, in your ego, in authenticating who you are. Don't lose the battle by becoming ego-oriented and needing some immediate gratification. Stop doing that. Look, all the energy is going into Virgo and Libra energy. These are very patient individuals. These are people, these energies are energies that support the long haul, taking the slow road, weighing everything out. You know what? If I don't get immediate gratification, as long as you are living authentic, then there is a fulfillment within inside of yourself that you don't need to actually feel justified by getting that me, pat on the back, stroke my ego. I need everybody to look at me and validate me and pay attention to me. Some people, now, pearls here. Say through this Venus transit that some of you accepted people back from your past. And say those people are not altogether healthy, and you're seeing a lot of this ego-based energy. Pay attention to me, validate me. They're devaluing you to try to get you to focus on them and how you don't, take enough care of them. For those, you are having a Plutonian experience. You are having this quincunx Plutonian experience. And for you, that is a good experience to have, because at some point you're going to wake up and go, I gave you a second chance and you're still an asshole. And then that removes the shackles and the rose-colored glasses off of the situation that you were in. You gave them a chance, and they just blew it. And you know what? That emotionally frees you up for the twin flames and the karmic relationships that were going to come into your life the next time around, or soulmates. I want you guys to slow down your expectations. Remain patient. Know that the universe takes time to expose you. If it gave you everything you wanted, you would self-destruct in 5 minutes, because what you want is ego-based. What you need is a whole different story, and it takes time for you to flourish and blossom in maturity. right? That's why I think people are just beautiful and sexy and just really engaging older. When I was young, all I did for the longest time was date older men because I found their wisdom and their life experience just so insanely attractive. So slow down. Let the energies guide you. Don't make them push you and be all aggressive with you and, shove you in a direction because you're freaking derailing. Like, that's just a bunch of drama that you don't need in your life. And it's really self-defeating, and it reduces your empowering abilities, and we don't want that. For those of you that are this impatient, ego-based, or you are dealing with people from your past that are needing some sort of ego-based stroking and they're acting completely ridiculous and you're falling into these issues with them, then I think your communication style is not going to work. You're going to be the peacekeeper wanting to find the balance in the situation and trying to communicate with this complete ego-based, fear-oriented person who is trying to control, manipulate, and to suffocate your process. Or if you are a person that is trying to show everybody your creative insides, and people are wanting you to look a certain way and act a certain way and be a certain way, and you know what, your art needs to be a certain way to be acceptable in today's society, whatever, then you're going to experience this quincunx. And I want to say, don't lose the Libra battle with all of this ego-oriented energy that's flowing all through this universe. Like, don't do it. I want you to focus on balance. And you know what? If that person or persons, or if those people that, don't appreciate your creative outlook, they can just bite your ass. Because you are who you are. And you are living authentic, and you are redefining yourself, and you are finding your higher purpose. And all of that takes time, and all of that takes mistakes, and it takes, a learning curve, and it takes applying life experience to it to fine tune it. And it's just, it's a journey. It's all a journey. You're on a journey. So absolutely doing things South Node based, predisposed wiring, things you've always done, falling back on previous people that have always supported some of your coping methods and choices in life. They're not supported. Be sure that you are choosing people that will help with ascension and help you on your spiritual journey. And, don't just make you fall back into previous patterns. Say you are a person who, your journey was to clean your life up after having a drug habit, or having a gambling problem, or having an eating problem. And say the only way that if it's an eating problem, say the only way they will see you is if you guys go out and it's always going out to places that aren't healthy, and it tempts you to want to eat. You need to think about that. Or if it's going out with your friends and you're going to parties again and you're being exposed to the partying crowd, and you know what, you're trying to get sober and straighten your crap out and all of your poor coping methods, and maybe they're not as metaphysical as you and they're not caught up in the spiritual journey that you are, and so maybe they're trying to say, well, you don't need that kind of lifestyle and blah blah, and so they're pushing you in the wrong direction. Be very mindful of that. Those energies will quincunx and square you, and they are not supported, and you are going to have more fear and more, more psychological struggles than you need to at this time. For those of you that are interested in ascension and moving forward and balance and peace and harmony and greater good of others, wow, are you going to have a gorgeous week. You are going to have this Saturn in Scorpio transit that is sextiling the North Node in Libra. So we're talking about removing obstacles, guys. If you are on the right track, you know how you know if you're veering from the track that you're supposed to be on if an obstacle gets thrown up in your face. You're like, ooh, that might be something that is more South Node, is more Plutonian based. There may be an underlying fear that I don't see. There may be some sort of trigger that I need to document and take a look at. This is not, these obstacles, when they get thrown up at you, they are not there to take away your power. They're there to redirect you back on the right path. Okay? So for those of you that are having this gorgeous Saturn in Scorpio experience, you're talking about addressing and looking at your fears, and you're talking about weighing them out and finding balance in them. You're talking about ascension, but how to do that and give yourself the time to flourish and mature and learn the messages and feel the messages. You're talking about, you know, we just came out of a lovely full moon lunar experience that was pretty revealing. And for many of you, you will not know what all of that meant until it could take about 4 weeks. It's a maturing process in that energy. It's a absorbing of that energy and letting it guide you and open you up, and it's like you planted the seed in all of the fertile soil. It was at 0 degrees, and now you're going to watch that seed grow, flourish, and bloom, and you're going to tend to it. So there's a lot that goes into today. It's very beautiful. I see it. It makes me feel amazing to talk about it. I feel strongly that many of you are going to have a wonderful experience. And if you come up across some of those Plutonian people and South Node in Aries and Aries ego-oriented people, and that doesn't mean that I'm talking about all Aries are terrible people. The Aries right now, there's a lot of energy supporting everybody in ascension. When I say Aries, I mean how it's defined in astrology, meaning that it's very Aryan, it's very ego-oriented, it's very collective, it's very stroke and ego type, the lowest vibrations of Aries energy. If you come across those people, then remove yourself and find a way. You can catch them later when they've adjusted the way that they are speaking to you or dealing with you or interacting with you. You do not need to subject yourself to coddle, to be codependent and help them through their process. This is not what this is about. Energy, this needs to be a little bit more about you right now. The sun circling around you, you getting some of your processes down so that you can be a servant to others and to help people. And you're going to lead by example and not by selflessly catering to these ego-based pleas for attention. So today is day 1 of our mental health diet. I'm going to leave you with this. They say that the very last thing that you are told is the last thing that you're going to remember. So the most important thing that I want you to remember is your mental health diet today. And we have lovely energy in Venus. Even though Venus is in retrograde, we have all of this Leo-based energy. So we have Mars, we have Venus, and we have Leo energy just ripe for the picking and flourishing. And it's in 14 degrees. So anything that we apply to it, we're going to look at it from a mature outlook. I want you today to really love yourself. Have a love affair with yourself. I want you to tell yourself that you're beautiful and feel it and mean it. I want you to just feel happy on the inside. I want you to pull out something that makes you feel creative and releases some of what's inside of you outwardly. Express it. to others. Have the confidence to go forward and to talk with somebody that you love and expose them to who you are. I want you to seek power in the fact that there is something special and authentic about you. And there's a reason why your sun, your universe revolves around you. And we're not talking about this on an ego-based level. We're talking about this on an energetic level, on a level of taking a look at yourself and knowing that you have something to give, you have something to manifest, you have something to offer the world and others and people from your past relationships, that you are worthy of love, you are worthy of romance, you are worthy of a smile, you are worthy of pleasure, excitement, joy. Be very thankful for the vessel that you're in. And even if your vessel is sick, even if your vessel is not where you want it to be, it doesn't matter how you look in your universe. In your universe, you are all you need, right? So I want you to really fill your cup from the inside. This needs to be about you. And take this day. You know what I did the other day? And it was freaky. Of course, it was right around the full moon. But the energy that was buzzing was such a high. I don't think I've ever had that experience before. So one of the things that I recommend is when I'm at school and I'm working, my nose is just bugging the crud out of me. When I'm at school, I on my break, I don't sit and lounge and talk to the teachers or do any of that. I actually power walk. We have it's 2 stories to our building, and it's a really big, huge building, and it's enclosed. And so I power walk it. And my mind, I make my mind power walk as well. So my mental routines, they have to walk right along with my physical routine. And so my mental routine was talk about things that I love. I love love. I love being held. And I really attached feeling to each one of those things that I had emphasized to myself. So cuddling, warm fuzzy pajamas, breathing in fresh air and just filling myself with the white light. And I did this, and it was just an energetic buzz like I have never had. It was like the equivalent of a buzz that you get if you've had a glass of wine. Like, it was so fantastic. And of course I did it at a really highly energized time, so I got the most out of doing that. But you can do this every day. You can tune in. So the buzz that you can get, the energetic buzz, the buzz you tune into today, so that you can get that high buzz, is you have Venus in Leo, and you have this Mars energy. So plug into passionate things. Talk about the things that make you feel passionate, the people that make you feel love, the type of love that you had from your past. Really think about it, and think about, I want somebody who cuddles me. I want somebody who dances naked with me to music at night. Like, all of the things from your past, all the best memories that you have from your past relationships. Think about that person. If you don't have a person that you can contact from your past, or you don't have a relationship, think about the relationships that you have had and what plugged you in, and let that energy put a buzz in you, and let it ignite you. And it's in that you're putting forth that to come back to you. I really believe that you can manifest what you want in your life. And you do that through mentally tuning into your energetic buzz, right? And to really attaching emotion and feeling like you have it to it. That's day 1. I want to thank you guys so much for putting up with my little sick voice and my medicated self. And I look forward to talking to you guys again tomorrow.